black intellectuals are not being pushed to the forefront. They don't get, firstly, when you look at social media, they don't get the views, they don't get much fanfare. People aren't checking for that. People don't want to consume that. And basically, the idiots are running the airwaves.
If you're not leaning towards the I'm real bad man, I'm a real nigga, most people are not really trying to listen to you like that. Even a lot of the guys that talk about real life subjects and real life topics and stuff like that, they always have to bring it back to I'm from the hood, I'm not scared of this, I'm not scared of that. It's like, bruv, who gives a crap if you're from the fucking hood? That's not a badge of honor. That's nothing to be proud of. Because you lived in a desperate situation, an impoverished situation with desperate people. And black guys are so brainwashed into thinking that makes them better than somebody else. I'm from the hood. I'm real. I sold this, I sold that. I carried a weapon. I've been in wars. I went to prison. I came out. It's social engineering so that black people cannibalize ourselves.
There are no black intellects that people care about. Even someone like Dr. Umar, I'm not saying he's an intellectual, but I guess in some ways he is. He's an academic as well. Someone like him, he's become a meme. He's become someone that people laugh and joke at. And I think that in the UK, we don't even have, I feel like we don't even have any black intellects. Or the ones that we do have, just like I just said about America, people aren't checking for them.
Yeah. Because in the UK, if you're not doing some jester maxing, court jester comedy, stereotypical hood comedy crap, or you're a footballer, or you're doing the usual hood, I'm a bad man talk, no one don't care. And you're a black guy, no one don't care. That's why I'm very niche on this side of the world. And then you got the other black guys, they're just simping. Oh, you black guys, you need to make more money so that you can take care of your woman. Blah, blah, blah. You got them simps. They make me sick.
All we care about over here is, should a man pay? Who's going 50-50? You know, fake hair. Why is this girl wearing a wig? We don't care. We don't talk about anything that actually matters.
And a byproduct of who was our idols and who we celebrated, who destroyed our community. Just get out of jail and won't love. We've been backwards. And what we've celebrated and what we propelled and what we pushed and what we supported. And like I said, we all guilty in it. And this is a byproduct of that. I see that shit all the time in the city I'm from. Or we see it in South, we see it in Oakland. And this is all we've seen. You can't blame hip hop, but hip hop is so powerful. There's a reason they bought out all the labels.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Like,
right.
We have a fiscal responsibility. You know, every year is our responsibility because what we putting out into the world and what we promoting. Like, you can't think, nigga, most of us knew a song before we even knew how to do division.
Facts.
So you're not gonna tell me it's not impactful or it's not hip hop. Some of us was raised on music. You feel me? Like it is.
And this is why I always say that music is very dangerous and evil, bro. Because like what he said was very true. A lot of us knew word for word a lot of rap songs that were talking about very degenerate talking points and topics and issues. And that were very brainwashing and was encouraging bad behavior and toxic dysfunctional behaviors. We knew those songs word for word. We knew whole albums word for word. But we was failing in school. We were failing in math. We were failing in English. We were failing in science. But we know this album cover to cover, from track 1 to track 12. We know all the lyrics. And these so-called artists, they don't give a fuck about nothing. These artists are just there for money. They will say whatever it takes. They don't care that they are poisoning the minds of the black youth. They don't give a crap. That's why I've never gassed about no rapper or any of that. Because I know that they are puppets and they're being used, whether they're aware of it or they're not aware of it. They're puppets that get used to destroy black people. I would hazard a guess that every time a group of boys, black boys, go out to do a ride out or to go and delete another black boy, they're probably listening to music on the way there. They're not just sitting in silence. They're probably smoking pot and listening to drill music on the way to go and jump out on someone and attempt to take their life. And whether they succeed in doing it or they attempt to do it, when they go home, guess what they're listening to again? That same genre of music, gangster rap or drill music.
too impactful for us to just treat it like, oh no, let them little niggas just rap. Let them do what they use. Cause some of them, they not even living it. The hip hop end up making them live it because they lying and now they just testing them. Now they got to turn into a whole different person. They never.
Wow, and that's even an excellent point that this guy just made. Some of these guys, these gangster rappers, drill artists, they're not even living the life that they're rapping about. They're not even living the life that they're rapping about, but they're exporting that lifestyle to black youths who listen to it, and they are conditioned to believe that this is real. This is what keeping it real is. So let me try and live out these raps. This is a very demonic cycle, very evil. And I think that we need to be straight up and be like, you know what? This music is evil. I don't give a crap. It's evil. I don't care if it made Jay-Z rich or it made whoever the fuck else rich. The genre is evil, bro. The messages are death music.
Ever was just to live the shit that they rapping because they heard another nigga rapping and go viral and this would put them on the main feed. Me and Gazi had the same talk. I'm like, bro, do you
right.
And like I say, it's something we've all done as a community. We've all ingested it and allowed it and supported it and propelled it. Even though we listen to these songs, we like, bro, this nigga is tight.
Yeah.
You know, that's what Max said, but they talented. Yeah, they is talented. A nigga who sell crack talented too.
Man.
Then they'll build a whole drug empire. That mean what he doing ain't detrimental. And it's a problem far deeper than the music. Like it's within the community, but it's something that when we stop being complicit and we start telling niggas like, nah, that's not good. Like I was riding my bike one day, I was on shrooms. And I went down Sonoma, where I'm from, and it's hella prostitute younger. Like Sonoma known for that shit, And that shit, like that was the first time in my life, like it hurt me. It broke my heart, and it was like, damn. I know niggas who been pimping since I was, and it's like you complicit, grown and you cool. Like the nigga fly, nigga got the card, And it's like nigga, you not cool, nigga, you a loser.
All I said is hard for you to point the finger and be like, who making the music when. You look at your library, you support all the sites, like all the people that make it, support it. There ain't no difference. So everybody got to look at themselves and their individual responsibility in this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Me as well. Like I slapped and supported all this shit too, but I'm getting to a point in my life where it's like, bro, that's not what we own, nigga. I'm not impressed. It's not cool, nigga. I'm not fascinated that you got 16-year-old girls on the corner working for you and getting you money. Nigga, none of that shit is fascinating to me.
That's so true. Like you get to a point where you just realize that this is just absolute garbage. It's evil and toxic. And don't get me wrong, like if I'm training, if I'm at the gym, whatnot, I'll listen to music. But bro, I actually understand what it is, and I understand how it affects the minds of young people, especially young black kids who they look up to these rappers, etc., as role models, and they try to live this life out thinking that, oh, I'm going to be the next Jay-Z or I'm going to be the next whatever. And really and truly, you're better off actually living a straight and narrow life.
And God just walks over to me, looks me right in my eyes and say, I don't like black people. I looked him back in his eyes and said, why you don't like black people? He took a sip of his vodka, a tug of his cigar, and he turned his head and blew the smoke. He said, man, you guys are the most gifted athletically. You're physically strong, but you're mentally weak. He said, y'all still slaves. You're just mentally slaves. You're still filling up the prisons. You're still killing each other. They just don't have the chains on you. If it was us and they tried to enslave us, they would have to kill all of us, because dying is better than being a slave. And I grabbed him in his, I don't know, $30,000 suit, and I told him that's exactly how I feel. And I have a tough time showing my kinsmen, other black people, exactly what the you're talking about. But I'm not that guy. I let his shirt go. He looked at me and he said, you're the first I ever met. And he shook my hand. And I actually respect him for coming to me so boldly and so strongly, telling me exactly what he thinks.
This is why a lot of like non-black people continue to look down on black people, because they see that we have so many gifts, and it's not just physical athleticism and all this stuff, but mental gifts. But at the same time, we allow ourselves to limit ourselves to these stereotypes and these lifestyle choices.